Welcome back to the Victorian Football Show, and we are here at Epping Stadium to, of course, show highlights and all the action from the elimination final between South Melbourne and Hume City. And what a great game we just saw between Altona Magic and Green Gully Cavaliers. The qualifying final that saw, of course, Altona Magic defeat Green Gully by 4-3 in the penalty shootout. What a fantastic game that was.
A great result, of course, for Altona Magic, Ross, and next week they'll be playing against Dandenong, with the winner progressing into this year's grand final.
And of course the winner of today's match will meet Green Gully to, of course, have the opportunity to progress further. So a very, very important game, looking at both teams here. Hume City, John, a very, very good season for them. Started off the season superbly. In the mid part of the season, lost a couple of close games, but gee, they've been a good outfit and a great result for Andy Vlahos as player coach. Here come Hume City now, right in front of goal. And there it is.
Would you believe it? It's the first goal, Ross, so early into the game.
Opazo.
Alfonso Opazo, the scorer.
Well, shock horror for South Melbourne and their supporters.
For sure, and it all started from a miss kick earlier on that we saw with the young goalkeeper Stefaan Sardelic not clearing the ball properly, as we will soon see in a replay here.
Have a look at this, a nice little ball there by Petrevski there.
And Alfonso making no mistake.
By Petrevski, by Petrevski there, and what a shock to the system.
And a good start for Hume City, like you were saying, Ross. They have played exceptional football this year, and here they are, leading by 1-0 against South Melbourne, who move forward now. Let's see Vaughan Coveny, if he can get the better of Serdar, and it will be the first opportunity for the blue and white to come forward now.
Here they come, and boy, is there a strong wind across the ground.
Zoran there with the corner, the ball going on top of the target. No problems there for the Hume City keeper, Acevski. So this is the third meeting between the two teams, Ross. Of course, South Melbourne beating Hume City 2-1 away, and Hume City beating South Melbourne at Bob Jane by 1-0 during the season.
So they're both even Stevens, as we say, John, and boy, what a shock. The first few minutes of the game, Hume City, perhaps the last 3-4 weeks, John, haven't shown the form that they kicked off the season with.
Exactly, they dropped off valuable points. There's another attempt there from the south as Yusuf trying to get some power behind that header, and straight into the arms of Acevski. So 1-0 Hume City trying to push forward now. A free kick on the scorer so far, Opazo. Yusuf having a few words there with the referee.
Shoglu there having a chat as well.
And let's see now, Sterjovski is on the ball there for Hume City.
A shot from outside.
Good free kick with the left foot there.
And Sardelic.
Good save there from the young keeper.
And he is quite young, John. 17 years of age, 18, correct?
Yep. A bit of experience for finals football, but you need to give him a chance.
Experience.
So Yusuf now trying to push the ball forward. Good play with Demorayas there, but a free kick going South Melbourne's way.
Hume City not mucking around here, going in pretty hard. Here comes the
long free kick
big
there.
Ball. Daniti's trying to get his foot to the ball, but here comes Acevski. Lupche.
And there we have the first 45 minutes, Ross.
And there it is. We see Hume City with a quick goal in the first half, leading by 1-0 over South Melbourne. We'll be back with highlights of the second half. And welcome back to the Victorian Football Show, and welcome back to Epping Stadium, the elimination final between South Melbourne and Hume City. This is the second half, and Hume City ahead by 1-0. And John, Let's have a look at the first half. Certainly Hume City shocked everyone by scoring in the first 2 minutes, and a great goal by Opazo that caught everyone off guard. And of course South Melbourne, a couple of great opportunities but denied by Acevski. So quite an interesting second half, I think, ahead of us.
Yes, I think South Melbourne will continue to attack. They need that equaliser, as we will probably see during the course of this second half. They were unlucky, as you said, Ross, on 2 occasions. Once with the Moraes and Diorio, missing great opportunities. But I think the pattern of the game will be similar to the first half, with Hume City defending.
And here they come now. Thompson with the ball, drops it in there. And Andy Vlahos has just scored the
2-0.
second goal.
And things are getting a lot tougher for
Hume
South
City.
Melbourne. There is a jubilant player, coach.
And
Vlahos scores
would
against...
you believe it? Exactly close to the same time of the first half. They went ahead by 1 goal. And same timing in the second half. And look at the crowd of Hume City. Thompson dropped the ball in there. The only one that was really looking at the ball. And a beautiful little touch there by Andy Vlahos. Well, this is quite exciting stuff here. Hume City, 2 goals away.
Trying to find Stella, who's come onto this for South Melbourne's second half. The chip there.
And let's have a look at that again. Perhaps his best option would have been right there, John, but he waited for that ball to bounce. Should have had that shot.
And very hard there. Appeals there for a bit of a penalty. But referee play on as the ball once more is with the South Melbourne players. Stella, Michalakopoulos bringing him on the second half to add some more spark and speed in this South Melbourne attack. They are going to need it for the remainder of this second half.
Well, they've certainly peppered the goal there. They just haven't been rewarded. And boy, do they need to score a goal to get back into this game now. Here comes player coach Andy Vlahos. Beautiful ball indeed.
With his left foot.
And
nearly finding his teammate there. And South, of course, all out attacking now. They've got to be careful with these quick counter attacks that are coming from Hume City. As Beni now, across it goes. Good clearance from Sardelic. The shot there, and that wasn't far away.
That was close as well.
Sterjovski. It's across from Beni.
Dangerous ball there, John, with that wind. But
keeper doing well. And a good volley, as we see there, from Sterjovski. And Hume City with 1 foot into the next round of this year's finals. And free kick there. And South Melbourne now, the last few
well, they
opportunities
really
they have.
need a couple of miracle goals, and it just doesn't seem to be possible because Hume City, if you have a look, they've got their back line there.
Beza finding Beni, trying to push the ball away. And there we have the final.
And there
whistle.
it is, John. Hume City progressed further in the final series of 2009 by defeating South Melbourne 2-0. I'm with the winning coach and player of Hume City, Andy Vlahos. Well, Andy, you must be delighted with today's performance.
Yeah, very delighted with all the squad, even the substitutes that came on, did a job at the right time that they were needed to do, and very solid performance all round. Although Louis kept us in the game at 2-0, it was 2-0 at the time though, so we had the edge on him.
Yes, definitely.
But he made 2 extra.
Some fantastic saves, excellent saves.
And we could have counted and scored another couple.
Yes, you could have. Can I just say how difficult, I've been saying it right throughout the whole season, to be a player and a coach. Andy, you've stepped up. You really have. You've played at the highest level. in Australia. You're one of the, great players, we could say. You've played at Melbourne Victory, you've gone overseas, but this experience obviously has helped you because to be a player and a coach, it must be an incredible, difficult task.
Everyone I speak to, I think it seems easier being on the ground because you're in the ground, so you can direct. But being on the bench, that's something I'll have to adjust to later.
I was very impressed with Hume City. They started off the season really, really well. Mid-season, you had a couple of losses there, but you just seem to have a good format. Your team is, they're organised in the back line, your forward line, you did quite well today. What do you attribute all this? Is it your training, or is it, what would you say has been the success this year for Hume City?
Just the players trying to get belief into them. That was the key at the start of the year, because going into games we'd go with a negative self-belief, and you'd see it on the ground. You can see the early goals, sloppy goals. So we've tightened up in that area. We've tightened up on fitness a lot, which is I thought something that was lacking at some stages of the year.
Yes.
And that's been the key. The key, I think fitness has been the key, because although we're tapering off now because we've got the finals, so we've just got to monitor injuries, suspensions, etc.
How about injuries? Have you got any?
At the moment, no. Ross got a niggly ankle injury, came off, Ross Thompson, but he's tough as nails, so he'll be back.
Excellent. Well, mate, well done so far. We've got to give you congratulations.
Game at a time.
Exactly, a game at a time. We'll see you next week, okay? All the best, Andy. Of the losing team today, and of course knocked out of the finals competition, and that is South Melbourne, Michael Michalakopoulos. Well, Michael, I know you're not happy. Of course, it's always a hard way to finish off a season, isn't it?
It is very difficult after months of trying and getting to the top 5, and then, but that's elimination finals. Finals football is very cutthroat, very hard to get up, and to their credit, Hume thoroughly deserved the win.
Well, yes, and I suppose somebody could say that it was the great performance, I'd say, of Acevski, the goalkeeper, that really kept South Melbourne. A couple of fantastic saves in the first half, and another 3 in the second half as well.
Yeah, I mean, he was exceptional from the start. I mean, going down so early in both halves makes it even harder. I think they had the momentum, and we could have gone all day today. I don't think we would have scored. He had a standout performance. It was the difference at the end, but full credit to Hume, and I think if they can keep everyone on the park, they'll do very well.
They certainly, they've got a good back line. Today the wind played a major role, you thought?
I think so, but they just adjusted better. They were harder at it. They won the contested ball, and when you go up 1-0 in a game like a finals game, you get that confidence. We're always on the back foot, and to concede early in the second, it was always going to be difficult. But he had a standout performance, and good luck to them, and I wish them well.
Well, Michael, I think one thing you can take from this season is that you certainly did much better than last year.
Hopefully we could do much worse. So
that's right.
Hopefully we can keep with this young squad, keep improving, and look at what we have to do to take the next step.
Well done.
Thank you.
Congratulations for making it to the finals, and of course all the very best for next year.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot for talking to us.